I actually emailed Professor Callard. One of the reasons I'm doing the embassy and do these podcasts is I kind of want to model and engage a way in which we can talk about big truths. We can talk about things from a Christian perspective with no assumptions about the audience being Christian or understanding that. In a sense, engaging those truths in a way, creatively, perhaps artistically, perhaps, that you're not just stating a Christian truth, you're engaging the concern behind it in a way that might be accessible or interesting to somebody who's not a believer. And so I emailed Professor Callard and thanked her for her piece and her kind of her public-facing work, and linked my piece to it and said, I'm expanding on your point a bit, and not thinking she'd necessarily reply or read the piece. And she replied. She read the piece. She liked the piece. She sort of stuck to her guns a little bit. And I then replied to her again. And so that's what, where that goes from there, because in the piece I do mention, and we'll get there in a bit, Jesus' artistic language around parables. And, as you said, the Bible's full of poetic language as a way of getting to truth. And so some of that's in there. And who knows what happens, with that. But that's sort of one of the ways in which it's sort of my point, I think, is made by, I don't think she would, if I sent her 3 bullet points.
Or a sermon.
Yeah. She's not going to read it. But I'm engaging with her piece in a way that deals with her ideas, finding common ground. She's saying something that's true. I just think it's incomplete. And, expanding on it and then engaging with her on it. And she's open to that engagement. And I think that's one of the things I was trying to do there, and who knows what happens